Hey class, the engagement tool that I will be explaining in this unit is Sketchboard, as you can see. Sketchboard is an online software, of course, and is considered a collaborative whiteboard that claims to work well with product teams, consultants, and bigger organizations, like a school, for instance. So it's ideal for working remotely, i.e., during the time that we're in now, and allows for synchronous sharing and collaboration on this web whiteboard, which allows for immediate feedback and tracking the movements of students, staff, colleagues, etc. It can help get rid of playing tag when you're trying to reach someone via email, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You can just log on here, go on Sketchboard, and that's if you have the time to do it or both parties are present. But one thing that was really appealing is that it kind of decreases on those time consuming meetings, or if there's still a meeting, it can make it a little bit more interesting. So go to Google, type in Sketchboard, click. You can sign on or sign up because it's free. As soon as you log in or you say sign up, you automatically get a free account, which is cool. And that allows for you to have 5 users, 3 boards, but only 1 team. So that's free. Anything more than that, you can sign up for a solo account, you can sign up for a team account or organization. And these are the pricing and what it allows. So for solo, 1 gigabyte of storage. For team, 500 megabytes. And then 1 gigabyte for organization, and so on and so on. So that's the pricing. These are the peeps. And then, like I said, these are the plans. So free, solo, team, and organization. And it was cool because it just allowed me to use the free version for this demonstration. And I enjoyed it, and I intend to continue using it as much as I can, or whatever, it's necessary or applicable. So according to my checklist, let me log in. So I already created my account, and you can either create a new login or you can use Google. So I just use Google and it automatically logs me in. So my checklist utilized Greg's checklist, the 2015 model, and I basically kind of just turned it from a chart version to a circular version, so it's a little bit more flowy. And I'll show you using the tool how it is. So you have the evaluation technique. It doesn't do spell check very well, so you got to make sure you're on point. But here's my evaluation technique, and you can either pick from like the general stickies on the side and paste it like I just did with this one, or you can do the freehand option, which I'm going to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, undo, which I like also. You can just undo, and there's less mess, and you can create and delete, and it was just fun to play around with this tool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I basically just put all of the components in a circular format, just because I feel like all of them are important, and it was a little bit easier for me to see it that way. So as you can see, when you're trying to type on the computer or type freehand on the computer, it's difficult. It's web-based, which I like, so you can do it on your iPad. And it's touchscreen, and you can see words a little bit clearly, because I know you guys cannot tell me that says access. I don't know what that says. So in that instance, I would just undo. Boom, all done. So you can also type, which the typing comes in handy, or comes automatically when you are inserting. So you go here, and then you can put your font, enter it in here, and type what you need to in here. or you can also continue to draw in here. So if you remember with Greg's 2015 model, the important factors were flexibility, barriers, quality, efficiency, skill development, creation of opportunities, usability, access, assessment. And as far as like longevity and stability, which was something that could have been added to that model, I just consider that quality. Like if a product is quality, you can use it 5 years, 10 years, 20 years with just, minor adjustments made here and there. So that's my checklist. And it met most of the items on the list, except for cost, because I want everything to be free.com, and skill development. I don't think you will develop much more skills than what you came in using the software with. You might get a little bit more frustrated, you might hate your handwriting more, but the skill development part, I'm still contemplating what it is that you would learn. So that's what I found that this tool checked off or needed a little bit work on as far as my skills go. So I think there's a limit to the undo feature, but if you want to go around that, you can just click and delete stuff. So like if I put this square here, click the square and delete. So that is that for that. I wish the software was around in PT school when my neuro professor was trying to teach me stuff, more specifically the ascending and descending tracks. She wrote it on the whiteboard for one. So it was very messy, very, very messy. And we asked her to do it 50 million point two times. So at the end, it just all looked like a blur. This would have provided a cleaner atmosphere, and it would have, been a little bit more fun than just the whiteboard, I think. We would have all been a little bit less frustrated, especially if she was proficient with using this tool. It takes a little bit of getting used to if you're not into charts and inserting things, organization, using this, freehand text. This one I don't like very much. But if you practice, I did this couple hours, you'll start to get the hang of it. I'm still learning new features, so that's a plus and a minus. You want to make sure, like I said, you know what you're doing before you introduce this to your class. But it would have been useful during PT school. I think your demonstration failed for two reasons. Number one, I am geographically challenged, and DC streets confuse me still up to this day. And then, like I said, it was just messy. So this is definitely cleaner. But overall, I enjoy the tool. It was really fun to work with. Like I said, there's a learning curve, but positives include that it's web-based, so it's always saved. You can use it on your tablet, on your phone, or on your computer. For those who can really draw or use this cursor tool, great. If not, you have these inserts, which I love. So boom, boom, boom. What else? What else is good? So it's very good for the visual learners, and it definitely appeals to them. Or it just, I guess, I don't know, it just elevates your just regular presentation, especially if you just have like a PowerPoint. I feel like you can speak to a lot of things, especially if you're an engaging presenter. You can speak your mind, but then also add that visual component. So we're going to move on to the second board. Oh, it says I have them. Your team has reached the maximum number of boards. So let's see if I can delete this board somehow. So that's like your account login. Okay. Remember I said you only get 3 boards. I don't know where the other boards are, but that's okay. We can just draw on the same board. So if everyone wants to get a piece of paper out for me, I'm going to kind of go over an example of how you can use this, like if you're teaching, whether it's the ascending or descending tracks, whether it's trying to teach the reflex arc, you can benefit from using this. So that's what I'm going to do. So this circle here, oh no, let's use the hexagon. Boom. All right, hexagon. That is the spinal cord. Spinal cord. And then here, you have your muscle. Boom. And then over here, you have the muscle again. So I'll explain this to you. So reflex arc. So say you're at the doctor's office and they want to make sure that everything's working smoothly. I'm sure everyone has had the one where they take the little hammer and they hit you right underneath your knee to check your reflexes. So once they hit the hammer, the activation of the muscle over here is like, hey, what's going on? And then the motor neuron sends a signal over to the spinal cord, which lies, over here somewhere in the butterfly, or the ventral horn of the gray matter of the spinal cord, if you want to get technical. But anyways, it sends a signal, and then they say, okay, you want to extend your knee. So they talk, and then they send that sensory neuron over back to the muscle, and then if all is well, we are going to get a kick. And boom, that's the end of the test in the doctor's office. And then they send you home with the bill. But I hope you guys have enjoyed my presentation, and I hope you guys try out Sketchboard, teach someone the reflex arc, hopefully a little bit better than I taught you, and thanks for listening.